Say what? Say what? What's wrong with all these haters? They lying, and I'm saying, I'm trying to put my partners on, we always gonna be first. A team of all-stars like there's diamonds on my t-shirt.
Look at all these haters' faces, boy, all they hurt. We winning everything earned, nothing given to us. Repeat champions wanna win, then you gotta go through us. Non-debatable, so don't talk to us. Undefeated in bouts, so we don't talk losers.
We talking true lyrics, boy, talk to us. Woo. First take, every word great. Direct and produce verse, check out that wordplay.
First take, every word great. Non-debatable, so don't talk to us. A team of all-stars like there's diamonds on my t-shirt. Undefeated in belts, check out that wordplay.
Hi guys, welcome to the second UKEndZone football programme. This week we're going to be talking all things free agency. We've got Lee Russell joining us from at Pigskin UK on the phone. We're going to get straight down to that interview that we recorded now. Apologies for the audio on this, it's not great, that's my fault, nothing to do with Lee. I had an issue with the recording in the week. So still makes great listening, so give it a listen guys, give us some feedback.
Alright, so again I'm with Lee here from Pigskin UK, it's at Pigskin UK on the Twitter. We're going to talk some free agency now, so let's get straight into it. I want to start initially, Lee, with the Wes Welker move, the biggest move probably so far in free agency, going from the Pats to the Broncos. I'm a huge Pats fan, I'm not sure if you know, I'm not sure if people know, so I will get emotional and angry and annoyed. So just give me your first thoughts on the Welker deal to start with.
Yeah, I'll censor my response accordingly there. I think for the Broncos it's a great deal. Their attack now is ridiculous.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, with Demarius Thomas, Decker out wide, Welker in the slot. They've got options everywhere. It's going to be impossible to cover them.
And you look at the division they're in. If you look at the corners in the division they're in, then it's just going to be brutal.
Well, they got the easiest schedule. Not saying that it can change, obviously, because of the moves people are making in free agency. But with Peyton Manning there, Welker, I can't see it going anything else but well. To be perfectly honest.
Do you think the Patriots have cast their own bollocks to this? Do you think what do you think the Patriots have done here?
Badly, to be honest. I think I can see Amendola's got the kind of skill set that Welker has, and he performed well when he was fit last year, which is his main worry, is fitness. I just don't see why, when Welker's proven, you'd swap him for Amendola. I mean, he's got the potential, but you just never know. And to give him to a rival like that, it doesn't all make sense really, but...
Alright, let me give my thoughts now. This is going to get heated. I'm going to get annoyed. I am so angry with the man that I love more than anyone on this planet. I love my dad, but I do not love him more than Bill Belichick. I am so angry with that man. It is beyond belief. The guy wanted a 2-year contract. A 2-year contract. The guy's 32. Give him a 2-year contract.
He should have got it.
They offered him $10 million. They paid him $10 million for 1 year last year. Last year, they paid him $10 million. Now they won't give him $12 million for 2 years. Are you kidding me? I don't understand. Not only that, they let him go to the Broncos down the road. Oh my God. The road now goes through Mile High, and we are going to get it absolutely handed to us in Denver. I am so angry. What we need to do now as a team come together. I tweeted this out early in the week. What we have to do is go down to New York. They've got a guy there called Victor Cruz. He's got a first-round tag on him. Let's just go and get him. There's your draft pick. We'll have Victor Cruz. Cruz in the slot. I'd say Cruz and Amendola. You have that 2 tight end set, 2 shorter wide receivers. I can see that working.
No, that is a deal. You should have phoned Bill.
I know. I am so angry with Belichick. Not only that, the man who is your franchise comes to you. I know people are having a go at him saying, oh, he's a saint, he's a saint. Well, let's face it, Brady is a saint, alright? Let's just get out there, right?
Yeah.
The guy backloaded his contract. Yeah, he's getting paid more money, but he backloaded it to free cap room and said, go and get me Wes. He's my best mate. Go and keep Wes. He gives them all that cap room, and they've just shot him in the foot and given him a guy who's missed 7 games in 2 years. 7 games! It's his livelihood, and he's missed 7 games in 2 years. And not only that, they've given him $34 million. I am so angry. It is beyond belief. It is unreal what they have done. It's my thoughts.
Really, for the sake of $2 million, it's ridiculous.
It is just
Really is.
beyond belief. Beyond belief. So that's the Pats. That's me all tired out now. Very angry.
Got it out of your system, though.
Got it out. I had to let someone know. So what do you think has been the best move so far? I mean, we talked about the Welker deal. Do you think there's another deal that's been better so far? Or do you think that's been the best move?
I think I'm leaning more towards Cliff Aerial, to be honest. I
Yeah.
really like that move. I think that's brilliant. Bringing him in, they let go. Is it Jason Jones?
Jason Jones, yeah, he's gone.
They let Jason Jones go, who's had no more than 5 sacks any season. They brought in Aerial, who has had the last 3 seasons, he's had over 8.5. They've also brought in Michael Bennett. It's just a much better. They're making their team a lot better, all over the place. I don't see many holes in there, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be a real contender this year. But it's Harbin. I mean, I don't love the Harbin deal. I think it's a good deal because he's a playmaker and he's versatile. But it's a lot, and I just think they could have done it better. But I think I say their team is coming together the best out of most of them.
Alright, well, for the best deal I'm going to go for, it's not in free agency, Alex Smith. That's my favourite deal. Best deal. Put it out the other day. They're contenders for the AFC West now. I've done a big blog about it. If you want to go and see that at UKEndZone.com. The move is unbelievable. When you think about them bringing Bo back, now they got Albert, now they're going to draft Fisher or Jokel, obviously. And they got Alex Smith, who's a proven winner. He just is. He never turns the ball over. He just doesn't. It's just in his makeup. Does not turn the ball over. He's got a guy in Andy Reid who makes crap quarterbacks look alright, good quarterbacks look okay, and now he's got a good quarterback. You might make him look like Montana. I'm not even joking. He's that good. He's that good. And I think they'll win the AFC West. I think they're going to push Denver so close, and I think they're going to win it. And I think they're going to be going, and it's all because of that move for Alex Smith.
You think that's going to make all the difference?
I think it's going to make all the difference in the world. When you give a team that's got 6 Pro Bowls a quarterback who can actually throw a ball, makes all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world.
Matt Castle's been alright another for you as well, with yourself.
Yeah.
11-5 that season, when he?
It was, yeah, but he took over a Super Bowl team. Yeah.
He had a good
Team
season.
that was primed for the Super Bowl, 11-5.
He's gone to the Vikings now.
He's gone to back up Ponder.
I thought, to be honest, I'm thinking, I'm hearing a lot of buzz about Mallet to the Browns.
Not happening.
January.
Would not allow it. Wouldn't allow that. Well, there's no one out there to bring in because Brady can go down. He's going to go down easily now. He's 36. I want to say 36, you know. He's been down before. I mean, Ryan Mallett's got the biggest arm in the NFL. Just has. And I can't see a situation where they'd let him go unless they got an offer that they just couldn't knock down, like a second round of this year.
Like a Mark Sanchez in return, no? No, not going for that.
No. Wouldn't have him anywhere near my club. God, he's shite.
He's not good.
I mean, their lineup now, let's just talk about the Jets for a minute. Their lineup, tweeted that out yesterday, was it? Their quarterback lineup now, they got Garrard, Tebow, Sanchez, Cobb, and McElroy.
God.
That's probably the best reaction, God. I mean, what are they doing? What is going on there? Let's have your opinions then, Lee. What is going on with the Jets? They're looking at trading their best player in Darrelle Revis. They've got 5 quarterbacks who wouldn't even go to the 3rd string of any other team in the league. What is going on there?
Well, I think I'm going to go out there and say they should trade Revis.
Yeah?
Because he is worth so much, and they've got so many holes on that team that they need all the picks and money they can get. I mean, they've cleared 15 million cap space.
Yeah, they've got 50 million.
That's good, but if they keep doing what they're doing with it, like signing people like Garrard, then I don't think there's any point in having that. I mean, they're letting Keller go, who is probably the best offensive weapon. That doesn't make sense to do what they're doing. I really don't get it. To say that Sanchez has got the leg up in the race to be the starting quarterback.
It's embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
What does that say to your team? You must be thinking, what am I doing here?
Yeah, I don't understand why Darrell Revis hasn't packed his bags already and just said, trade me now.
Oh, yeah,
And why he hasn't just gone to San Francisco or the Bucks and said, look, they will take 2 second-rounders, I'd say. I reckon they just want him out there.
Yeah.
Give us the room now. We need the cap room. For agencies, they're missing out on some players they should easily be able to attract to a place like New York. They need to get him out, I'd say, in the next couple of days and just get it done and move on and know where you are. This year, I spoke about this last week, it's just a year where they're just going to be progressing forward. Rex Ryan's a sitting duck. They've decided he's moving on. That's obvious. They just don't want to bring a new coach in to have a bad year this year and put him under pressure straight away. So they're using this year to clean house, and then they'll let it all fall on Rex Ryan's back next year. They just need to get Revis out now, coming back off that injury. They're not going to get anything for him if they hang on to him for another year. They need to get him out. If this is a year where they're just going to write it off, there's no point in keeping him. So I'm with you. I think they should just get rid of him now.
You mentioned the Bucks. I'm really liking what they're doing at DB. They brought in Sean Goldson yesterday.
Great move. Absolutely great move. Yeah, yesterday it was.
Mark Barron is a terrible.
Oh, that is just scary. Some of the hits that are going to be going in.
If they could put Revis in that mix, I would definitely think they would be up there with the best secondary there. I like that a lot. I think if he went to the 49ers as well, he could be one of the last pieces who have already brought in Bolden, which for a 6th-round pick is...
Steal.
I don't know. It must be some kind of brotherly agreement or something. Yeah. And Adam Rank on NFL.com said, I think he tweeted it as well, something like, his mom obviously made him do that trade because he won the Super Bowl. It's like, there must be something going on.
You look at that NFC South as well. You've got Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, whatever you think of him, and Drew Brees. You need a monster secondary to keep those guys in check for 6 games of the year. If they can add Revis into Goldson and Barron, like you said, it's just going to be... That'll be scary to come up against, and that's what you need. When the way the league's set up now, where you can't hit each other properly, all you need is that idea of the hit.
Yeah.
You can't actually hit them, but if that idea of the hit's there, people go in half-heartedly, they don't reach for the ball. And when you're in a division like the NFC South, then you massively... That helps so much. You can't overstate that enough.
Yeah, no, definitely. They are 2 of the biggest hitters at safety. I mean, along with Pollard, he would put the fear of God into me, to be honest.
Yeah.
The dude hits. He just does.
So what do you think's been the worst move so far after free agency?
I'd say collectively the Ravens letting every person go. Letting Pollard go, Reed get away, Ellaby, Kruger. I know they're rebuilding, they've just won the Super Bowl, there's no expectation for them to go and do it again, really. But it just seems like they're letting a few too many go. I mean, Ellaby, I thought he filled in well for Ray Lewis when he was old. He outperformed him in the Super Bowl. And then they let him go to Miami. And Miami are taking a risk there, paying that much, is it $35 million?
It is, yeah.
That's a lot of money for a player that's not particularly proven, first-year starter. But I think you got to take risks.
I think, to me, the worst deal by far, going back to Miami, is Mike Wallace deal. I cannot believe it at all.
Yeah.
It is the 3rd highest receiver in the league now, Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace. The guy's quick, but there's so many quick players, he can't catch the ball.
Yeah, too much is being made of this blowing the top off of coverages.
He's not that fast, and DBs are getting quicker and quicker and quicker. You think that coordinators aren't going to scheme for Mike Wallace and drop the guys a bit further back?
Oh, exactly.
He's not that explosive as people make it. It's not like Randy Moss when he first came into the league. The guy isn't that good. He dropped 9 of 11 important passes just last year. The guy, to me, $30 million is ridiculous. Guaranteed money. I cannot believe this is going to come back to haunt the Dolphins for years and years. Saying that now.
I can't disagree with that, to be honest. But with Pittsburgh and New England, they're 2 of the teams where you get brilliant players while they're there.
System players, that's what they are. System players.
You look at Randy Moss. He was good at Minnesota. Went to New England. Had 3,000-yard receiving seasons, and then had nothing after. Deion Branch went from New England to Seattle, and then came back. I can see it. I think with Welker he'll be alright because he's getting into the perfect system. But with people like Wallace, it's just the way it is. They're not going to fit as well, but people think they will, and they continue to think they will until they get proved wrong.
Another horrendous deal, you alluded to it before, is, in my opinion, Paul Kruger. The guy's a situational player. He's being paid, I think it's $80 million guaranteed by the Browns. I just can't fathom some of these deals. For me, it's Mike Lombardi's come back in there, and I think he's just trying to make a statement. I think he's missed out on all his big targets. He was desperate for Ellaby. He missed out on him, and he's just gone and said, I'll just give the money to that guy.
Yeah.
It just
does
doesn't make
seem like
sense.
a desperation kind of thing.
Desperation from the Browns, as usual from the Browns.
Can you blame them?
What move do you think will have the biggest impact, Lee?
What did you say, sir?
Might not be the biggest move, but what do you think is going to have the biggest impact in the league?
I think there's a few like that, to be honest. Obviously being a Falcons fan, I love Steven Jackson coming to us. I know that's a massive move, but I have to mention it at some point. I think that's brilliant. I think he's much better than Michael Turner in the system as well. It'll take pressure off the passing game.
I mean, look at that team now. You've got Julio Jones stacked up there with Matt Ryan, Tony Gonzalez, a little man called Roddy White, and now you've got Steven Jackson in the backfield. I mean, man, they're coming for people next year.
That dude he could be a number 2 receiver on most teams. It's just that he's behind Roddy White and Julio Jones. So you feel kind of sorry for him, to be honest. Yeah. But I think, I don't know, I think that's probably my favourite deal. Not just because I'm a fan. I think that
it opens up so many options. If you just think about it schematically, it opens up so many options for them. If teams are going to have to start scheming, because last year, the back end of the year, they were just taking Michael Turner out of the equation. They knew they could shut him down. And it was, how do we cope with the Jones ball over the top and Roddy White coming under? I mean, now they're going to have to scheme for, they're going to have to put an extra guy, bring a guy down the box, who's shut down Steven Jackson, and then the Jones ball over the top's opened up then. It could be seriously deadly.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I am hoping.
Do you think there'll be another trip to the NFC Championship, or do you think you're going to make it all the way this year to New York?
Honestly, I think playoffs, but I can't see Super Bowl.
What's it like as a fan when you consistently have good years again and again in the regular season, and when you get to the playoffs, it's all usually one and done? This year you had a win.
Yeah, well, that was nice. I enjoyed that. You want to say it's good, but it's kind of not. I mean, you just got to work your way up. I mean, it was the best teams did it through draft, really. These teams are going to spend massive in free agency. Not even this, but the
historically, you can see it doesn't work. Because being like what? They had a thing on NFL.com the other day about the top 10 deals. I think I'd do 6 of them, and that's in hindsight.
Yeah.
Some of them weren't that big, you know. I mean, it is through the draft. Going up and getting Julio Jones, to me, showed a lot of courage from the Falcons. They thought he was the last missing piece. I think Steven Jackson's the last missing piece, and I think they're going to the Super Bowl. And I think they're going to beat up Colin Kaepernick in Atlanta in the NFC Championship game, and I think you're going to the Super Bowl, mate.
I hope so. I think it all depends on how the pistol is worked on in the off-season. If they can stop that, you take at least 3 teams, 4 teams out of the league, out of the running.
The pistol will be done. You give guys, they're going to go and get loads of college tape. They've got all their own tape. You give them 6-7 months to plan. It'll just be completely taken out of the equation. They'll just spy it. They'll have a guy who sits there and just spies all game. Sits on that QB all game and just follows him. That's how they do it.
So really I'd say Kaepernick still throws a good ball.
Yeah.
And so does RG3, but I don't think Wilson would be what he was again if he has got the pistol. I think they're right when they say they do it too hard. Well, not too hard in the NFL, but you can't be putting some of these quarterbacks out and putting them up to the hits. I mean, Cam Newton takes it because he's a beast. He is an animal.
I think the difference with the Seahawks compared to the Redskins and 49ers is they've now got that halving weapon. I think the read option comes into play with that one, but when you've got the read option and then you can do the handoff again, so you can, as I'm trying to explain, fake to the running back and then hand off into Harvin, who can play out the backfield. I think people are going to realise that's coming into the league, but that'll come into the league next year, particularly with Pete Carroll and his background in college. So I think it'll actually be more effective for the Seahawks next year. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah, but he brings that versatility, and kind of you need players that can do that. That he's great in the return game. Obviously, I think 11 of his 31 touchdowns are from returns. You can use him straight out of the backfield. You can put him in the jet sweep, and he does bring a lot of versatility, which they haven't really got in many other teams like the 49ers. I mean, LaMichael James has kind of got that look about him, but it's too early to tell if he's going to be anything even close to a Harvin-like player. I think I see him he got a lot more confident towards the end of the season, going against the Falcons, if I remember rightly. But yeah, I think he will make a massive difference. But I just still think they've overpaid and taken a chance. It just really depends. I can't call how he's going to perform. He's threatened to do it, so we'll see.
Let's do a quick rundown there, quick predictions for you. Give me an AFC champion.
I can't call it. There's so many good moves going on.
You pick a final two.
Final two. No, you're asking. Right. For the AFC first, I'm gonna stick my head out, and I'm gonna say the Broncos. Even though I think Peyton Manning might throw it away, Wilkes going there just short. And I think I can't see them failing. They're at least gonna get close. Maybe beat the Jets up for it. I don't know. And the 49ers are gonna go for them. 49ers, Seahawks, and then. So I think,
First pick in the draft. Joe Ball, Fisher. Joe Ball.
I think there'll be quite a bit of moving, like switching and changing, like people moving up and down in the draft, especially the Bills, seeing as they dropped Fitzpatrick, which I thought was bold, to be honest. So then they don't know who's going to take who above. But.
Well, if you go and check out my board back analysis for everyone, I've got them taking Tyler Wilson in the second round. I think he's absolute dynamite. I think he's been so underrated. The team he had surrounded him, it wasn't good. It was alright. All you need in this league, if you look at the quarterbacks who haven't been elite, haven't been coached on the field, they have that cannon arm. And Tyler Wilson's arm is staggering. And the velocity at which he throws the ball and the trajectory is like nothing I've ever seen before. The way it comes out and he slings it straight down. There's no loop, it's straight down. So I think that's probably the way their front office is looking. I understand in my first mock draft I had Geno Smith go in there. I understand there's Bills fans who expect that and want that to happen, but I think they're better taking a receiver or a DB at the top of that first, or trading down even, collecting some picks and picking up Tyler Wilson second or third.
There's definitely better players to be taking, even though they need a quarterback they shouldn't reach, because Geno Smith is not a top 10 quarterback in the draft, I don't think. I mean, someone posted he completed like 60 or 64 passes at his pro day. But that's great, but I still don't think he should be taking that high with the caliber of players around him, really.
It's different from the pro day to having an NFL line running at you, really. That means nothing to me, man. I just don't think... I look at the leadership standpoint as well. I mean, Geno Smith, to me, doesn't look like he commands people. I've seen some interviews, he looks very tentative, and I understand that he's coming out for a £100 million job interview, but you look at people last year, looking like RB3 are special players, but when they went into interviews, they held that room, they commanded that room. With Geno Smith, sometimes you wonder who the NFL player is, what's he doing there, you know what I mean? So
I feel kind of sorry for him following that, because it was going to be the impossible job following RG3 look Tannehill. I think this draft has been a lot about last year as well, because the differences. I mean, the running backs, the difference. We had Trent Richardson, Doug Martin. There was a lot more choice last year than there is this year.
I think what is this year in the draft is there's lots of depth of positions, but not top talent. So you've got guys who are going to fill rosters for years in the NFL, and we'll look back in 10 years' time and say, we had probably one of the highest percentages of people who've been in the league for a long time, but you're not going to have real studs who are going to go to the Hall of Fame and just command teams and take over the league.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, you never know where this player's going to come from, but you can't see it right now, personally, anyway. But it'll be interesting. I mean, I think, as I say, there will be a lot of moving and shaking. There was a rumour of someone saying that the Bills might take someone, not a quarterback first, and then draft, move back into the late first round.
Yeah.
Which I think I wouldn't.
I wouldn't agree with that. I don't see any value in trading back into the first round to get a quarterback. They're all much of a muchness, apart from, for me, Tyler Wilson. If he goes at the top of the second, you just have to take the hit and go and pick up an Asiva or someone, I think, further down. Don't see the value in drafting someone. Either draft Gino at the top or just wait and see what happens in the bottom of the second or third. You could easily trade back into the second to get these sorts of guys rather than push yourself to the third.
I couldn't agree. Do more. But it should be interesting. I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens because there's a lot of question marks. There's no dead certs. Like, I'd say Joker's probably the most certain one to go to Kansas, but outside of that, it's anyone's guess.
Do you think it's going to be the second quarterback taken off the board then? I mean, it's pretty obvious that Gino probably will go as the first quarterback, but that second quarterback thing has really been opened up. Who do you think it's going to go? I've already mentioned Tyler Wilson, that's just my own opinion.
I still think Barkley will go high in the quarterbacks. I think he didn't have the best season last season. He should have gone into the draft.
He'll be the top 10 pick easily. Who's going there for? But look at the arm strength again. Leadership intangibles, poor. That locker room fell apart last year for USC. That's because the quarterback has no leadership. That's obvious. Arm strength, poor. Just above average. So for me, I don't see why people would reach on that. USC have a very particular system, and we've seen players come out there time and time again who don't do it at the next level, and it's to do with the arm strength, and it's to do with the leadership standpoint.
Yeah, I still think he could, in the right system, he could be. Well, I'm reaching there, to be honest. I think after Geno Smith, who isn't that great, it's just pick for your situation. You're not going to get a great quarterback, a franchise quarterback that'll be there for years, and you can build around like your Brady's, your Mannings, your RG3s, your Looks. You're not going to really get that. But if you really need one, you're going to have to take it. Make the best of what you got.
Well, that was Lee Russell there from @BigSkinUK on the Twitter. Again, apologies for the audio. I know it wasn't great. That was due to a problem on my part. It'll be sorted for next week. Next week, we're going to have Connor Porter, a freelance journalist, with us, as well as @FinsNation. It's a Miami Dolphins fan site, plus hopefully one or two more surprises and guests. Last order of business, head to @UKEndZone if you want to win a prize courtesy of the great people at footballamerica.co.uk. Stroll down our tweets and retweet and answer the question that's up there of who will win the University National Championship this Saturday between the Birmingham Lions and the Hertfordshire Hurricanes. Thanks for listening to the UKEndZone football programme. Bye bye for now.